Holy shit! Guess what? It's getting. It's approximately 7:32. I am like hours early, so we're gonna do it when it's this time. Background. This is the best time. Best freaking time, man. Man, what the fuck's going on, man? What the fuck's going on? I tell you what, man. It is getting really weird out there, man. I tell you, really, just like completely. Um, it seems our energy secretary is wanting to ban all gas-powered cars and trucks and shit. Now we are almost in the middle of September, and they want to do it by 2026, and then go full 100% by 2035. But I think that's not going to happen because, you know, unless there's a legislation to actually pull it off, um, we had for a while extreme heat, like so bad that I'll tell you, it could be early in the morning. It's cool in the morning, hello cool, and and we all know that climate change is bullshit. Okay, it's bullshit. Okay, it's like fossil fuel and patriarchy and AOC having a brain. They do not exist. Um, Global warming, bullshit. Climate change, bullshit. Patriarchy, bullshit. AOC having a brain, bullshit. You know, I, I always have a good. I've always have a good convo with my son. I'll always have a good talk. We'll talk about anything, and sit there talk about it. But there's some things that I do agree with, and it is getting really fucking cattywampus, man. And here's the thing: I'm not buying that, a state can ban new cars by 2035 or by 2026, because here's the thing: unless it passes, okay, a governor cannot just pull out his magic wand and say ban the cars by 2026 and also by 2030. No, go fuck yourself. Because if it happens, okay, because it's one of the worst fucking states when it comes to emission in the air, bullshit, and it's because other states don't have the restrictions that California does. They don't care what you drive, you know, and most of it is all political. It's all political, and um, if you're going from one state to another, how are you going to charge your fucking car? You're going to have to have a GPS thing to find out where the next charger is for your damn EV. You know, um, how many people right now? Okay, Here's my question. How many people are driving EVs compared to the gas-powered cars? See, I understand you guys want to have clean energy, but think about the power grids. Because our governor was wearing a sweater telling us, do not charge your car. I'm wondering why he said that. I'm wondering why he said that. Well, you gotta understand, not everybody, okay, not everybody wants to drive an EV, okay? Now, if you buy an EV, say you buy a GMC Hummer EV, okay, looks badass, okay, it's all-wheel drive, 1,000 horsepower, that's cool. But here's the important question, okay? If you buy a GMC Hummer 8 EV, a Mustang crossover EV, a new F-150 Lightning, a Silverado EV, all these vehicles are going to be EVs, you know. And here's the thing: if your vehicle starts to act up and your battery goes cattywampus, do you know how much the cost is just to replace the battery? See, this is something that all these new EV owners don't understand. The cost of the repair of your vehicle is going to cost more than what you paid for your vehicle. Whether it's an EV car, truck, SUV, hatchback, wagon, whatever you're driving. Okay? The cost of the changing of the battery, just in case if it fucks up and shit and goes haywire, the repair is going to cost you more than how much you paid for your vehicle. Okay? Better on a Hummer EV, dude, it's going to cost you mostly half of your house, man. F-150 Lightning EV, same thing. If you're driving a BMW i3, which is also an EV, the change in the battery in that is going to cost you even more of what you put in your car to buy it, you know. And this is something that nobody who owns an EV is thinking. I can understand driving a Tesla, but what if the Tesla battery runs haywire and goes cattywampus? Okay? The change in the battery is also going to cost you way more than what you pay for your car. But here's a good thing. Tesla is good on their cars. But when it comes to the right to repair, my favorite car is the Tesla Roadster and the Model 3. You know. Now they're going to come out with the Bronco EV within a few years. Now, someone asked me about 5 years ago. 5 years ago. And if California decides to say ban like what's happening now. You know, they're going to be banning new cars by they're going to start by 2026, hopefully by 2035, and which is within that 9 year span. 26 and 35. That's within 9 years. You know, and I was asked if it does happen, what would I be driving? I said I would be driving an older car because because if I end up buying an EV and all of a sudden it goes on the fritz, you know, the repairs on those vehicles are going to cost you arm and a leg and a couple of testicles and shit, you know. But don't get me wrong, I've seen a few pretty good, looking vehicles. My personal favorite is the Ford Mustang 4E, oh no 4X EV. You know, the all-wheel drive 4-door um, crossover. I think it looks pretty cool. You know? But in my head, I'm thinking, how about doing an EcoBoost version of that car? An EcoBoost powered Mustang crossover, because that would give a consumer of a choice of which version they want to drive: an EV variant of the Ford Mustang crossover, or the EcoBoost variant of the Ford Mustang crossover. You know, I think that would have been pretty cool, because here's the thing: I got a couple Hot Wheel variants of the little car itself. One's red, one's white, and I've always thought I used to dream of driving one, but it's not an EV. It's an EcoBoost version of the 4-door Mustang crossover. And with all the mods, I think that whoever owns a Mustang crossover should do that. Convert it from EV to EcoBoost, or drop a Coyote in it. Dude, could you imagine that? Oh, dude, I just thought of something. If a Coyote powered Ford Mustang crossover, oh, dude, all-wheel drive, man. Oh shit. Oh, dude. That would be so badass. Oh, dude. I mean, like I said here, I mean, it would give the consumer a choice, you know. Same with the Lightning EV. They could do a electric, also either a EcoBoost or a Coyote variant of the truck. And I'll tell you what, I bet anything that the Coyote powered Lightning would outsell the EV. And it may sell out. It may have a higher sale numbers than the EcoBoost by, say, 10%. But I'll tell you what, it would outsell the EVs by a whopping 70%. See, this is what car makers are not realizing, though. I mean, they could do the a Duramax, no, a V8 variant, a V8 on their Hummer, No, it would give the consumer a choice. Should I be driving an EV Hummer or should I be driving a V8? Because a consumer has a right to choose. Now, by pushing this EV bullshit, it's taking away the consumer's choice. But and it ain't much about the whole power thing. It's that this year has been really cattywampus, man. Really cattywampus. A lot of people are driving used cars than they are driving new ones. I'll tell you why. The used car market right now is skyrocketing. It is. It's skyrocketing. And it's like really competitive right now. The used car market is skyrocketing big time. And it's competing with the newer car market because of the whole EV push. Nobody is trusting the EVs, man. If you buy a Tesla, there's people putting in V8s in them. Yeah. There's a guy that took a Tesla to a car show, and he put everything from a Camaro into his Tesla. Okay? And I believe that can happen. And if it does, I'll tell you what, somebody's going to take an EV and convert it to gas. Now, here's what I would do if I owned a Ford Mustang 4X EV. I would totally remove the battery. Fuck the battery. I would put it in a gas tank, a 40 gallon gas tank. Keep it all-wheel drive. I'll have a choice of either an EcoBoost or a small block crate motor, 331 or 347. EFI, not carbureted, EFI. Because I would like to drop twin turbos on this motor. And tell you what, I would shock people if I drove a Ford Mustang 4X EV to a gas station. Could you imagine, like, dude, don't do it, you're gonna ruin. It's a fucking EcoBoost, motherfucker. Shit. Here, I'll show you the engine. But the whole thing is, look, the whole car market is going to change where people are going to buy used cars and make them work better than the newer ones, because the newer ones are going to be way expensive now these days. My mom, her Expedition got hit by a 2021 Honda Civic, and my dad bought it for her. He paid $2,700 for her blue 03 Expedition. Now there was a white one in someplace for $2,900. Yeah, people are buying SUVs between 97 and for the 97 and 2007 or 2008. You could get an 03 Expedition between 27 to nearly $5,000 for a Expedition. Because I mean think about it. Newer cars, okay, they're looking good right now, but the people that can't afford them, they're going to the used car market. Okay, the used car market. And I was with my dad one day, and we were at a junkyard picking up a part for my mom's from my mom's expedition, and they were selling a Ford Focus. It was like a '03 or '04 Ford Focus. Looked pretty good. And the Ford Focus has always been a really good economical car compared to the GTI, the Cobalt, because those cars are good on gas, very well good on gas, very economical. Honda Civic, Honda Prelude, Honda Accord. I mean, all those cars are doing well on gas. They're very well on gas. I mean, um, but I don't think this push to buy EVs is going to help, because that Buttigieg guy, he's wanting to ban gas powered cars nationwide. But I tell you what, that will not go. Okay, that will not go, because you have car enthusiasts, you have, it will not pass. It will not even go. Okay, banning gas powered cars nationwide, go fuck yourself. Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Because by doing that, you're still taking away a consumer's right to choose. Because a friend of mine, Noble, she owns an F-150, and she lives up in New Hampshire. She owns like a mid 2010s, I think it was a 14, 15 F-150. And the F-150s now have an EcoBoost. Most of them are becoming four cylinders. EcoBoost. I mean, look at the F-150 Raptor. That's an EcoBoost, and it's putting out 465 and shit. So I mean, like, between 465 and 650, it's a great engine. And but I think everybody has a right to choose what they want to drive. And pushing this EV ain't gonna help anybody, man, because it's not gonna help. It ain't gonna help the Biden administration. It ain't gonna help Gavin Newsom's dumbass and shit, because nobody's gonna want to drive an EV for the rest of their life. That's why people are driving older cars, used cars, because they can't afford EVs, man. Those EVs are fucking nearly $100,000, man. Maybe even more. And it's what the dumbass Biden administration don't understand, is that by pushing the EVs on everybody, it ain't going to help them. Because by doing that, you're taking away a consumer's right to choose. What if they don't want to drive an EV? They want to drive a regular gas-powered car, or truck, or SUV, or wagon, And but they do get an EV. I tell you what's going to happen. And this one, I will not bullshit. Okay, if someone buys an EV, they're going to remove the EV components and put in an engine in it. V6, V8, whatever. They're going to remove every component and make it a regular car, gas-powered vehicle. tell you what, if I own a Toyota Prius, I would put in a 2JZ, convert it to rear-wheel drive, turbocharge it, have some fun. Have some fun. But did you know the first gen Prius was straight up gas? That's what I would do. Get a first gen Prius, throw in a 2JZ, turbocharge it. No. Put in an intercooler. Have fun, you know. But the thing is, the whole EV push, the whole issue with this fake ass climate change, it's all bullshit. Climate change, global warming, that's been spread around since the turn of the 20th century. It's all bullshit like women's lib. It's all bullshit. It's all bullshit, you know. Because I mean, it's all insane, man. Because you know, if you really stop and think about this, each state has a power grid. Okay, power grid. Now, if because California has a pretty good sized power grid, and now they got all these EV power stations and shit, so charging stations and stuff for your EVs and shit. But people who own EVs are now regretting owning one. The cost of charging your EV is way more than what you're paying in gas. You know, compare. Okay, if you have a gas vehicle, go fill it up and get the receipt. And if you also own an EV vehicle, go charge it, and how long it takes, get the receipt, compare how much costs more. You know. You know. I love EVs. I like the idea of an EV vehicle. Okay, love the idea. Okay, but the thing is, you cannot be pushing it on people. Period. You know, because it takes away someone's choice of, do I want to drive it? No, I'm going to stick with what I have now. You know, it's the person's choice. You know. What the fuck's going on with this crap on the Queen? You know. After she died, holy crap, we got King fucking Charles over here. I mean, it's like after the Queen died, all of a sudden, holy crap, it's a pick up all this shit we heard before. All this shit, you know, we've heard before. And she died at the age of 96. And 70 years, longest reign than any other queen in history. 70 years. Man, I tell you what, that is straight up holy shit, man. Like, what the fuck, dude, you know? Let's just see here. We got a notification. Let's see here. Okay. What's this? This is the. Okay, masculine men aren't the I date multiple women and own some Bugatti type. Masculine men are the I'm loyal to my wife, provide and protect her and my children at all costs type vibe. This is from Trad West. Now, I don't know what's going on, man, in DC. I don't watch TV. I don't watch the news. I don't, you know, all that shit. But I'll watch a clip here and there, just still kind of get ahead, you know. But it's they're bringing back the Obama shit from years ago, and it was a event that happened, an issue that happened over 10 years ago. It was the IRS censoring the Tea Party big group, you know, groups, and so the IRS was censoring Tea Party groups. You know, there's a 507, 50, 50C3 and a 50C, was it 50, 507, was it 50 something C3 and C4. Um, and it's because the IRS went after these groups because of Obama. Obama's shit, you know. Lois Lerner, she resigned from IRS over 10 years ago because of the monitoring these groups, you know. And um, Obama had issue with them 10 years ago. And so all of a sudden, there were people, there were founders of the groups wanting to file for a 507c3 and a 507c, was it something C5 something, C3, C4, you know, all those things, you know. And yeah, here, let me look here. Um, was it the uh, what is 507 C3? Um, oh, it's a 501c3. 501c3. No, no, it's 501c3. Um, as a portion of the U.S. IRS code allows for tax exemption for nonprofit organization, those that are considered public charity and private 501c3, and then there's a 501c4. Okay, nonprofit organization under the 501c3 is for charitable purposes, is exempt from based on this section of Internal Revenue Code. A 501c4 designated is granted to nonprofit organization that are operating for social welfare. The difference between the two entities are significant, even if they are slight. Now, the IRS went after the Tea Party because they filed for, I think, either a 501c3 or a 501c4 10 years ago. And Lois Lerner testified. But each time she pleaded the fifth, just like a mobster would do. I plead the due to my counsel. I plead the fifth from self incrimination. Um, see, churches have a 501c3 status, non-profit tax exempt status is what they have. Okay, 501c3 and a 501c4. Okay. So I would because I mean holy shit, folks, man. Holy crap, man. Everything is being political, man. Like the FBI went after was it Mike, um, the Mark Pello founder, Mike. He was raided by the FBI. They took his shit, even his phone. They took his phone. Like, really? You took his phone? You raided the My Pillow guy? The guy who created his own company called My Pillow, My Pillow. That shit. And he ain't political. He's a businessman. Just because he's friends with Donald Trump don't mean that he did anything bad. It's just that you're going after a guy. He was like banned from a few platforms, and he filed for, was it Chapter 11, I think. But I find it very insane, because a lot of this is more of a political retaliation. Okay, the way I see it, because of Trump winning the 2016 election, and of course what he did while president. I'm like, okay, he lost. Okay, that's ancient history right now. But they couldn't. They impeached him twice. They couldn't get a conviction at all. Nothing. And to me, this is more of a political retaliation. If they couldn't get him on the Russian collusion, if they couldn't get him on the impeachment shit, which failed. Now, the guy out of office, but yet they raided his home in Mar-a-Lago, and it's no more than a political retaliation because he beat Hillary. And the guy ain't president no more. He's out of office. Let it go. No, 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 no. We ain't done with him until we say we're done with him. Okay, but what other president went through the same shit as Donald Trump has? None of them. Nixon got caught. He resigned. Okay, he resigned. He ain't, he's done. Now, no other president has gone through this shit, same shit as Donald Trump. Okay. Now, they banned him on Twitter and Facebook. Period. Now, they're going after him full force. But why? Why are they really going after Donald Trump for? They failed on the whole Trump Russia collusion, no evidence. They impeached him on false charges, found not guilty twice. He lost the election. That should be the end of it, right? Oh no. Okay. I didn't support the guy, so I didn't even vote for him. Did not even vote for the guy. But yet, this is no more than a political retaliation. Period. The Biden FBI, complete fuck ups. Okay. They raided his home. Right? What president had their home raided by the FBI? None. 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 Now, President Biden said the MAGA Republicans are a threat to this country. He got called out for it. Oh no, I did not say that. Oh no, I did not say that. No. It's obvious he said it. He said it. MAGA Republicans and Trump supporters are a threat to this country. Threat to our democracy. Mr. President, dumb shit. Do you know that we're a constitutional republic, not a democracy? We were never were a democracy. We never were. We are a republic. Now, this whole entire is bullshit. Okay, bullshit. Now, the news is complete bullshit. Complete bullshit. Even though I do not support the guy or vote for him, you know. The thing is, that this whole shit is a political retaliation. Okay, no more, no less. Now, they went in his office. Okay, they went through his wife's clothes. Really, you went into the first lady's clothes? But lucky enough, Mar-a-Lago has cameras. And they were asked, can you turn off the cameras? Go fuck yourself. Ain't gonna happen. Because the reason they asked for the cameras to be turned off, so they wouldn't get caught fucking up. Cameras stayed on. So FBI, what are you afraid of? Getting caught fucking up, which actually you did. Now, there was a question recently. Did Donald Trump take the documents and put them in another location? Because they went in the safe. How do they do it? How do they do it? That's a question there. I mean, if Obama did the same thing, and the FBI goes into his wife's drawer, what's this? I don't know. Put it back. It might It might just load on us. With seriousness, if this happened to Obama, I tell you what, everybody would go fucking nuts. Democrats be like, just having a shit storm, having a fucking shit storm. If Obama went through the same shit, everybody across the country would be like, oh, what the fuck did you do now? I mean, every voter, every supporter will like go nuts. But do you know who'll be in the background just laughing about it? Hillary. Hillary. That'll teach the, you know what? Because you know Hillary is pissed off because Kamala Harris is a VP. She's fucking pissed off at Kamala Harris. You know, and she wanted to be president. The only woman president. Sorry, Hillary. We heard you said you weren't running in 2024. And she said that. I'm not running in 2024. I may run in 2099. What? As a dead corpse? Sorry, that ain't gonna happen. But the thing is, that was good news for everybody. Hillary running? Yes. Tired of seeing that rotten mouth bitch. Yes. But everything has been politicized. Everything. Every goddamn thing, you know. And by going after the former president for what they accused him of, they had no evidence. But watch, they're gonna make it up. They're gonna make it up, like the Steele dossier, made it all up. And are they gonna find anything? No, no, because the dude always covers his ass. And all this is pure political, you know. And Project Veritas. Project Veritas. They're doing a damn good job. Exposing school officials for their shit. And they expose a teacher on how to get violent at protests. Gee, where did we hear that from? Yvette Verlarka? Yeah. This junior high Yvette Verlarka was a member of BAM by any means necessary. She got fired for taking her students to a BAM rally without the parents' knowledge. Now, if this bitch took my son to this shit without our knowledge, I'll tell you what happened. His mom would whoop this woman's ass. Oh yeah. You need a parent's permission to take the kids on a field trip. You need a signature. You need a permission slip for them to go. But teachers have become more stupid now than they were 10, 15, 20 years ago. Because to take a student on a field trip or someplace, you need a parent's signature and permission to do so. These teachers now don't give a fuck. They're politicized. They're pushing their political uh, agenda on the students. Like that guy was it 15, 16 something last year? The dude in Sacramento, a member of Antifa. He said, I have 22 days to turn these students into radicals. Really? Really? You're going to take some kids that you're teaching on an event without the parents' knowledge? Some guy had a picture of Chairman Mao on his wall. He had a communist flag on his wall. Antifa colors on his wall. All this shit. And he had tattoos of communist symbols on his body. And this guy was going to make your kids into radicals? Oh, go fuck that shit. Whoop his ass, for Christ's sakes, for all I care, you know. You don't do that shit, you know. You ought to teach children general education like math, science, reading, spelling, social studies, you know, health, you know. And not none of this curriculum bullshit, you know. I never went through it. My son never went through it. My parents didn't go through that. My son's mom didn't go through that shit, you know. Even her folks didn't go through that crap, that shit. We were all taught math, science, reading, history, you name it. What was supposed to be taught to us kids, you know. General education. Not none of this political bullshit, you know, all this CRT crap, all this LGBT bullshit, you know. I mean, we were just taught regular general education, you know. By the way, it's LGB, not LGBT. But of course, they're going to do it anyway, so whatever, you know. But a friend of mine was Noble. She told me about how straight people are transitioning, you know. And my son and I talked a long time ago, and it's gender dysphoria, which is a mental disorder. You know? Now I can understand that if you're gay and you want to do the whole drag queen thing, you know. I mean that's fine, you know. And RuPaul, who hosts a show called Drag Race, you know, pretty good show, you know, just whatever, you know, not bad of a show. He's been doing drag for decades, and he hosts a show called Drag Race, which is a high rating show. He hosts, you know, well the host, you know, and there are trans individuals that are starting to regret even transitioning, you know. And if you go onto YouTube, and the Hodge twins did a video on this individual regretted transitioning, totally regretting, and said, I missed my penis, you know. And there are a few that are regretting even transitioning, period, you know, the whole thing, you know. And the whole process, you know. But if you choose, that's your choice, you know. Nobody can tell you any different because you're going to go through it anyway, But for the longest time, it's always been the LGB, And my friend Noble, she's lesbian, cool chick, really, really, really cool. And I love talking to her. Her and I would talk for hours, hours and hours and hours. And she is my first lesbian friend, good friend, good friend, very good friend. I love her, good friend. And I would talk to her for hours, man. And she's awesome, really awesome. And and man, it is just, it's being pushed on a lot of people though. That this whole transitioning, man. The whole transitioning is they're pushing it. They are pushing it. And my son agrees with that. It is gender dysphoria, and it is a full blown mental disorder. And there are a few people that are regretting transitioning. Because my friend Noble told me that she had friends she known for years and years. And there is a cult of people that were transitioned. Head of a person that was a guy, became a chick, had other members who were, lesbians in a group, and were persuaded to transition. And I don't know what would make someone be persuaded into transitioning. You know, if you're happy who you are, but somehow you were persuaded for some reason or somehow into doing the transforming, you know, well, same thing. You're transforming into another person, getting an operation done. You're transitioning or transforming into another individual, but you're still the same person because of your chromosomes. You know? And it's insane. It's insane. I was talking to my son yesterday, last night, about my friend Noble, and we were talking about the whole gender dysphoria thing, and it is bad. It because think about this: you are a female, and you're running track, swimming, and you bust your ass. You bust your ass to be the best. Then all of a sudden, here comes someone taller, bigger, more muscular, and faster. But here you are, you're shorter, smaller, biframe, but you bust your ass. Whether it's running, track, or swimming. And all of a sudden you see this person who was born a guy who couldn't cut it in track or swimming or whatever, all of a sudden they become a woman, a fraud, a counterfeit, a forgery of a human being. Just blows past everybody. Blows past everybody. And ruins the dreams of girls that are in middle school and high school. Well, high school and college. And totally dash their dreams, man. Which is total bullshit, you know. And I was hearing about this Leah Thomas. Leah Thomas or Leah Thompson winning the 500 meter, but yet they still have their junk, their unit, but yet they win the women's collegiate 500 meter against biological females. Complete bullshit. Now, the NCAA told girls, don't talk about it. Don't even talk about it. Why? They're pissed off, for Christ's sakes. They're angry, man, you know. They're pissed off, you know. And there was a skating event. A 13-year-old girl skated her whole life, loved skateboarding, was beaten out by a guy that's 29 years old who claims, well, I'm a woman, and though I got my junk. You're dashing this girl's dream of being the best female skater. You know, that girl should have won if it wasn't for this counterfeit, this fraud, you know, this lab experiment. You're ruining a girl who was born a natural girl, not a natural female. Okay, no bullshit there. If you're born a man and you want to be a woman, don't even try it. Don't even try to run in a women's sport because you don't belong there. Women's sports are for biological women. Don't care if you're a straight woman or a lesbian. That's their sport. If I want to run, if I want to do a competitive sport, I'm going to stick with men's sports. That's where I belong. That's where I belong. Period. You know, that's where I belong. Because it's angering a lot of females all over the world. You know, why are this counterfeit, fraud, fake females who are not biological? They're making mockery of women's sports. That pisses me off. What if my niece wants to run track or play basketball or compete in swimming or skateboarding? Her dreams will be dashed because of this fraud, this basically a fraudulent individual. Someone who couldn't cut it in men's sports, but they thought, well, if I grow my hair long, I could do it. You're still a guy. I ain't gonna call you ma'am, because you got issues, man. You got issues, and it's terrible on how. Look, if you ain't good at men's sports, just walk away. Just walk away. If you can't cut it in running or swimming, do something else besides Stay away from women's sports, man, because that's straight up bullshit, man. I mean, if they come up with another division, that's fine, but don't compete. Don't compete in women's sports and dash the dreams of female athletes who busted their ass for years and years to be the best, because that's what women do. They compete against one another to be the best. Even the Olympics, they compete to be the best, man. But if you can cut it in men's swimming or men's track, try out another men's sport. No, but don't dash the dreams of female athletes that work hard and bust their ass, because they worked hard since they were young. They worked hard. They busted their ass for years and years to compete against other women, to compete to be the best. It's why I hate politics in sports. That's probably why one of many reasons why I don't watch sports anymore, because it's all been too politicized. I remember my whole life I watched baseball, I watched football, I watched hockey because it was worth fun to watch. Um, but now, because of the steroid shit, I quit watching. The last time I watched a sport game was '07. That was the last time I watched any sports, man. Because of the whole steroid shit. I I get tired of all these players juicing up. It pisses me off. Do it naturally, man. Work the fuck out, man. Shit. I mean, steroids can kill. Look at Lyle Alzado. He played for the Raiders, Browns, and Broncos. He died in 1993 of brain cancer. I mean, he was pretty in the 80s. He was jacked up in the 80s, man. Really, really jacked up until he got brain cancer and died. I mean, it causes roid rage. I mean, any guy that takes steroids, your balls are going to shrink and you become sterile. That means no kids, guys, man. Your balls are shrinked up to your butthole. Good luck on having kids. Good luck on having an erection. Good luck, because you're fucked. You know, I love baseball. I competed. Loved playing. I played 14 years of softball for my uncle's church. Loved it. I did it for fun. You know, but also the reason why I quit watching sports is that too much fucking politics. Too much politics. That's one of the reasons why I also quit watching. And again, third one, these trans individuals are dashing and destroying dreams of female athletes. That there pisses me off. Pisses me off. It does. Pisses me off. I'm a dad. I'm also an uncle. I'm an uncle of a niece and two nephews. And I love being a good uncle and a good dad. That, I mean, without that, I wouldn't be here. Um, Everything has been so fucking politicized. Pushing the EV shit, this CRT nonsense, this LGBT push bullshit. Male guys running hair long, looking stupid, destroying dreams of female athletes. All that pisses me off, man. It does. It pisses me off. I mean, if you're a guy that cannot cut it on a swimming team, track team, whatever you're doing, do something else. But don't go and dash the dreams of good female athletes who bust their ass, worked hard, and compete against other females to be the best. I mean, biological females, real females, to be the best. That pisses me off. Because that's someone's daughter competing against a guy who thinks they're a woman. No, it's a guy who looks like who grew his hair long, claiming to be a woman, but actually goes into the same locker room showing his junk to female athletes, which they don't want to see that shit. Get this fucker out of the locker room. He ain't no real woman. He's a fraud. Counterfeit. Counterfeit. Keep it straight up a female sport. Kick out the fraud and counterfeits. They don't belong there. And if they do, put a little asterisk on their name. And the athlete, the fake athlete, Leah Thomason, she was picked to be a candidate for Women of the Year. She lost. Didn't get it. An actual biological female won that award, Woman of the Year. Yeah. Not a counterfeit, not a fraud. An actual biological woman, as female athlete, won that award. Female of the Year. Yes. Because I don't know why. Look, I competed in men's sports when I was younger, when I was younger, and I remember as a kid playing soccer against girls, and even though I will admit we got our asses handed to us, I admit that, but it was fun to play. It was fun to play. And tell you what, it was a good game, even though it was just a scrimmage, and it was a good game, even though we got our asses handed to us, but it was still a good game. They were just as good, maybe even better that day, but I had a great time playing against girls when I was younger. I was in what, the 4th, 5th grade. It was awesome to play. I mean, it was for fun. It wasn't personal. It wasn't competitive. It was just for fun. And it was, and it wasn't like what it was now. It is now. I mean, you have women want to compete against guys, thinking that they could beat a guy, but some gal in the military, she was a Marine, thought she could kick some guy's ass in the boxing ring. Why? I mean, in your mind, go ahead and think that. But understand this: you're going to get slaughtered. But the one thing is that, just like with the swimming and the track, you have, because the UFC been around since the mid '90s. Mid '90s. You had a trans trans individual competing against a biological woman in the octagon, and I'm watching this, and I was afraid for the gal because when you look at a man's body and a woman's body, completely different. Men are more stockier, well built, more muscular in stature, taller, and a woman. There are women out there that are, stocky, well built, even tall, you know, and there's some that are between 5 foot and about 5'9", 5'11", you know. But this guy was got to be at least 5'5", 5'6", about 5'7". And I'm sitting here watching this, and this is a full blown contact sport. Like, you're literally going to punch somebody, and I'm a guy, okay? I'm a guy, okay? And I'm watching this, and I couldn't say anything. I mean, words. I, I don't know, but she got pummeled badly, badly, and this this is where it draws the line. This is where it draws the line. Men should stay in men's sports. Women should stay in women's sports. Because what I saw, she got beaten like if she was a short dude, badly, and and my heart sunk. And by this individual that was born a man, bigger muscles, mass. I'm like, dude, keep this person in the men's sports, man, because all it's doing is ruining women's sports. And you had even a trans individual competing in women's rugby. Dude, man. And these girls will get hurt. They're and a few of them couldn't play the rest of the season. They couldn't play the rest of the season. They got hurt that bad. You know, what I see has really drawn the line between stupidity, political stupidity, and morale. And what I saw was immoral. If you're a man and think about becoming a woman, don't even fucking do it. Just 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 because you couldn't cut it in men's sports like swimming, track, whatever you're doing, quit, walk away. Don't think about joining a women's team. All you're gonna do is hurt them, dash their dreams. Look, the rugby thing and the UFC thing, that pissed me off even more. If you couldn't cut it in men's sports, yourself and walk away. Just walk away. Because all it's going to do is cause problems for you. Because you think that because you're a guy, and just because you get your hair long and put on mascara ain't gonna make you a woman, man. What you have is gender dysphoria, you dumbass. So you can't say you're a woman. You still got your fucking junk. I'm an uncle of a niece, my goddaughter. You know, I mean, you don't see women, you know, cutting their hair short, cutting up their tits to compete in men's sports. No, no, no. You don't see that. Because they want to stay competing with other women where they're comfortable. My question is, why are guys thinking they're women joining other women's sports? Because they couldn't cut it in men's sports. That's why. Are they women? No. What are they? Counterfeit and frauds. So all of it is political. The left's pushing it, so are Democrats. It's bullshit, you know. It's fucking bullshit, man. It's bullshit, you know. I know for a fact I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this. I don't care. I don't care. You know, there's a point to have common sense and morality. You know. Yeah, I know. I know for a fact I'm gonna get a lot of slack for this. But I don't care. You know. It's politically being pushed. Politically being pushed. Now, Project Veritas, which you guys can check them out on Telegram, and Project Veritas exposed a teacher. Yeah, a teacher. You know, growing up, we never went through this shit. Never went through it. They didn't push the whole CRT crap on us. They never did that. They didn't push the LGBT agenda on us. Why? It never fucking happened. Never happened. Go on to YouTube. Type up Kids in the Hall art class. The episode was a prediction to now. Kids in the Hall art class on YouTube. Type it up. Look it up. Here, I'll even show you.
going to be sketching the female nude today, but I'm going to ask you not to focus on portraiture so much at this point. Just focus on lines and shadow and form, okay? Sylvia, if you please.
Hey!
Yes.
Excuse me, Mr. Dwyer, but, I took this class to learn how to sketch, not to ogle some poor female nude.
Oh, well, this isn't about ogling. No, we're just going to observe line and shadow and form.
And we're going to use economic repression to once again exploit a woman's body.
Well, I don't think that's what we're doing here.
No? Excuse me, sister, are you being paid?
Yes.
I rest my case.
Well, of course she's being paid. She's a professional artist model. I see no reason why we shouldn't use her.
Use her? Use her? You know, I wish you could hear yourself, sir. Remember, language is a virus.
Well, I certainly didn't mean to infect anyone.
That's no excuse. Sexism in any context is never appropriate.
But what about our charcoal technique?
Don't change the subject here, sir. This class is a travesty. That poor woman child is just another victim of the patriarchy.
She is?
I am? Hate crime. Hate crime.
Not only that, it is also a racist construct. This woman represents the same white image of beauty that has oppressed women for centuries.
Hate crime. Hate crime.
Where are the nude models of color? The people of girth, the handicapable, the elderly,
The queer.
Sorry, it's just naked, fat, black, crippled dykes are hard to find. I'm sorry I said that. I apologize.
White male.
Stop trying to co-opt my black anger.
I'm just trying to understand your black anger. You show it to me again.
Shut up!
Thank you. I understand now.
Sir, you leave me only one alternative. I must walk out, call for a boycott of your classes.
Anybody who stays is obviously a racist.
You're a homophobe.
Shut up!
Well, you know, these issues are certainly valid, and we could have a discussion. Bye. Well, okay. I assume we have serious artists left. Sylvia, if you please.
Come on, take it off, baby. Come on, take it off.
No. Come on out. Everyone out. Come on, out of here. Out. Come on, move it out. I'm disgusted. I'm terribly. I'm so sorry. I'm Sylvia. I'm just.
That was 1993. That was a prediction of now. Nearly 30 years ago. They become overgrown children going to these overpriced, not universities, overpriced daycare centers. I went to a community college for one semester to get the experience. I enjoyed going to college, even though it was only for one semester. I had fun. I met interesting people, cool teachers, and it was something I wanted to experience for a long time. And I had fun learning. You know, I had art class. I had a child development, and I was the only guy there in a room full of women and stuff like that. And only guy there. And even though I kind of felt outnumbered, but I was a dad, young father. You know, I wanted to learn also about CPR, and I haven't had a CPR. Was it a Red Cross CPR card? You know, and learn CPR, and it was awesome to learn. You know, it was really cool to learn, but I never experienced what was on this episode. Never. But even though there's some of that now, like let let's say it, 30 plus years of this bullshit is still going to happen for another 30 years and 30 years more after that. It's all that bull crap. But I don't call it colleges. I call it overgrown children going to overpriced daycare centers because a lot of whiners, complainers. I need my safe space. Go to free. If you want to do your free speech, there's a free speech zone right over there. No, where I'm at, I'm gonna exercise my freedom of speech. I don't need a zone. I'm gonna stand right here and say what I gotta say. It didn't say in the Constitution where you need a free speech zone. No, no, no. Anywhere is a free speech zone. Everywhere. Sidewalk, free speech zone there because you're on the sidewalk. Corner, also a good spot. At a public park, another place to have a free speech thing going on. But everything has been politicized for a long time. And from this EV bullshit to trans individual with gender dysphoria competing in women's sports, dashing their dreams to be the best in the country, maybe even the world. It's all been politicized. It's all been politicized. But I'm gonna call it LGB. Period. From now on, LGB. And the T is bullshit. And the Q, go fuck yourself. To me, it's gonna be LGB. LGB. But I did have at one time an LGBT sandwich. Let me explain that. Lettuce, bacon, guacamole. No, here. Lettuce, guacamole, bacon, tomato. I said that because I didn't want people to think that I'm going the gay route. No. Lettuce, guacamole, bacon, tomato. It's BLT. It's a BLT sandwich with guacamole. I don't want anybody to think that I'm going to the gay route. No. It's just a sandwich. Lettuce, guacamole, bacon, tomato. It's a BLT with guacamole. If this my friend Noble give me a yo. Or give me a call. Okay. But the thing is, I mean, it's all been politicized now, the whole thing. I don't mind an EV, even seen one or even own one, but what I would do is I would convert it into, say, for example, if I own a Prius, I would remove everything from the battery to the whole thing, put in a engine a 2JZ out of a Toyota Supra, turbocharge it, add a little bit of NOS. Make sure I got the 6-speed gearbox and some killer ass tires. Nice little ass kicking Prius. That's what I'll do. You see people with Teslas putting in engines like a engine from a ZL1, no, supercharged, putting around 580 horsepower with a 8-speed gearbox. Not bad, But I would say that, But right now we're almost at an hour and 40 minutes, and I want to thank you guys for watching this video. It's been an hour and 40 minutes, close, so 4 minutes away, but it's fine. I think that we don't need these problems, man, at all, not whatsoever. One, keep politics out of sports. Keep women's sports only women's sports for women that are born biologically female. And keep men in men's sports from now on. If you're a transport individual and like to compete, say at the college there until there's a division for you, whether it's in college or professional or whatever. Wait for that, but don't compete against other women, even though you're not really a woman, period, in general. But in factuality, there are gay men that wear drag. There's nothing wrong with that. There are famous actresses and singers that are icons in the gay community. Grace Jones, Madonna, Joan Crawford, Betty Davis, Lucille Ball. Who else? Joan Jett. Who else? Trying to think of her name. She's also an icon in the gay community. She's an actress. Khloe Kardashian. Yeah. And but did you know that for a long time people thought she was gay? No. But there's gay men that dress like her in drag. Nothing wrong with that, RuPaul, very famous. She was in the video Love Shack. If you all remember the video Love Shack by the B-52s, came out in was it 1987 or around between 87 and 89, because they did the song Love Shack. Yeah, I think the song Rome, the song Rome by the group came out, I think, in between 89 and 90, right around somewhere around there, somewhere around there. Trying to think of the, but RuPaul was in that video, Love Shack video, and it was a really cool video and everything else. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong playing a character, kind of, But check out check out check out RuPaul's program, Drag Race. You know, and I don't watch it, but he hosts the show. It's kind of like the next top model for drag queens. But to be honest, I wouldn't watch the next top model the way Tyra Banks treats the girls. I think she's a bitch, big time, man. Because she's so highly of herself. A cunt diva is what she is. A cunt diva. So, all right, guys. This is Grimlock, and this has been the Anonymous Republic Network. If you're new to this channel, please subscribe, leave a like, comment below, hit the bell for notification, and always live healthy, happy, and wise. I love you guys, and I'll see you all in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.